Hello, it's Kathy of kathyswrite.com. I've been writing my blog for a little while now and still writing. Writing because you kind of have to in today's age. It's almost a necessity to get your thoughts out, and when the world around you seems to be full of lies. Not talk about your people, your friends. I'm talking about your media. I'm talking about the government. I'm talking about the world around you. When they are liars, it causes people stress. I truly believe that the majority of anxiety that people feel today, all over, is a result of lies becoming the norm. Many people are on antidepressants. There's no stigma to it, thank God, because I was on them for a while. And there's no shame to it. But they are being prescribed over the top too much. And I'll tell you, if I ever go through a depression again, I'll be the first one to take them, because that really helped me before. But I think it is wrong for doctors to imply that you would need them forever. Some people may, but I'm just here to tell you that for me, it really stifled my creativity. I'm a painter. I play instruments. I love to sing, and I love to write. I didn't do any of those things when I was on medication. At the time, that medication was necessary, but I think that people are over-medicated today, overly medicated. And the problem becomes worse when many young people, for injuries or something terrible happened, and they have to take a pain pill, opioids. And then the doctor says, okay, you're all better. Opioids over. And those same people end up getting their pain medicine in illegal ways. And the problem is really become a problem that this entire United States has had to deal with. I still want a wall. I do. I know it's unpopular to say wall. We can say some sort of construct, but a wall. I want a wall. Do you know that 90% of all illegal drugs that come into this country, 90% come through our southern border with Mexico? Wow. That floors me. So when our president wants to build a wall to stop that, to stop the human trafficking, to stop that mass amount, what would this country look like without 90% of the drugs that are here? Illegal drugs, 90%. What would this country look like? It'd be beautiful. I can't think of too many families, including my own, who haven't been affected by illegal drugs. Affected. I'm talking parents being separated from their children because they are in jail because of those illegal drugs. I'm talking about parents being separated from their children because they are mentally not there because of illegal drugs. 90%. And people are arguing with us about the wall? Every time I hear an argument like that, I want that wall 80 feet higher. It can't get tall enough for me. We are sick and tired of that. Too many casualties, too many lives lost, too many kids dying. I take it personally. So I named my show Cats and Dogs because I wanted to talk about loyalty. Loyalty. Does anybody ever hear that word anymore? Am I the only one? Loyalty is something that cats and dogs know better about than human beings. Even cats and dogs who hate each other are more loyal to each other than Democrats and Republicans are right now. More so the Democrats. I'm just going to say, because we're not the ones kicking people out of restaurants. We're not the ones yelling people down. We're not the ones ripping off red hats off of people. We are not the ones. The people who are doing these uncivilized acts have been 99% Democrat. So those are the people they associate with, and I don't know why in the world any normal person would behave that way. When I grew up, there was Democrats, Republicans, and independents. My father, I think, was more of a libertarian. That's the kind of literature that he read. And it was okay. It's like, you believe what you believe, I believe what I believe, and we can live in harmony. That kind of worked for a long time. Until now. And I think people want to blame our present president for it. And I don't think he's to blame. This was a long time coming. These people have been maniacal. The left has been maniacal and twisting history, changing the fate of this country to a more evil country. I remember being in church one time, and they were talking about, I've been a pro-life minister in my church, but I'm not the current one, but that's my most important issue, because if life and death isn't important, I don't know what is. But what I'm stricken with is when you're talking about a human baby, wow, I don't know, everything in me wants to protect every child. Everything in me. And I think that's natural. I think it's natural for men to want to protect their families. What is unnatural is what's going on now. It is unnatural. And they're selling it as though it were. I believe in marriage. I believe that women owe themselves the power of self-respect. And I don't see it happening a lot. I don't mean to depress you guys. You're going to all be on antidepressants when I'm done, huh? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go there. But yeah, it is. We are better than the way we're presenting ourselves in today's culture. It feels like we have lost a sense of virtue. And definitely we've lost a sense of shame. I haven't, but a lot of people have. I mean, it's prevalent. Leggings is proof that people have lost a sense of shame. Leggings. I mean, there's 3 things that don't lie. Drunks, children, and leggings. They reveal every kind of sin as far as what you ate in the last couple of years. Oh my gosh. Kids tend to tell you the truth or make you see the truth. But kids are loyal to their parents. I wonder, is it because their parents have been their source of survival since birth? I don't know. I think it's true love. I believe in true love. I believe in true love. I hope everybody gets some of that in their life. I've had that in my life. But loyalty. So we had these two dogs, Dude and Delilah, both Yorkies. They're both passed on by now. But they were enemies. They couldn't stand each other. She became the dominant one. She was an alpha female. And he tried to, assert his domination, and she wasn't having it. I would take them for walks, and my husband would take them for walks, and, Dude, he was like, I want to go in this direction, and Delilah's, I'm going to go in that direction. And so she would plant her feet into the ground so hard that nobody could move, let alone Dude. So eventually he decided to go her direction, which was really nice of him because he's always, acquiesced to Delilah. But they would fight all the time. I mean, before we leave the house or the apartment, wherever we were, right before we'd leave, she would attack him. Right before we leave, just to let him know, I'm the boss. When we leave this house, I'm the boss. And still, they had this animosity towards each other. But yet, when Dude died, he was old and frail. And, we only had Delilah. You would think, she hated him so much, right? She got very, very ill, very, very quickly. She could not bear to be without Dude. And I think this is where we are as America. I think we are there. I think right now, I don't know which one's which. I mean, the Republicans and the Democrats, it feels like Dude and Delilah. Animosity, vitriol. It makes no sense to me. But, because, I'm biased. We all are. But they were loyal to each other even though they were always fighting. So when I see pundits on the television, no matter what Trump does, they take the opposite side. He kills a dictator, terrorist, general. They start exclaiming the virtues of the general, said the one that killed, I think, over 600 troops of Americans. And I don't understand how they side like that. Everybody's got to pick a side, it seems like. We're all so tribal nowadays. Yes, we are. We've got the LGBTQ, XYZ, whatever tribe. We've got even in that tribe, you've got the bi, and then, then we've got the black tribe and the white tribe, and then we got the black Republican tribe, it's gotten out of hand. And it used to be where you could say, I may not agree with you, but I will fight to my death for your right to say what you believe. I don't hear that anymore. It's frightening. This is America. However, we're at a point in time in our history where I would love to know where people are here in America. I would love to be able to talk to a Democrat without them getting all mad and upset. And usually they get mad at me because I'm able to defend my position. I don't know that they can many times. I think people are so indoctrinated nowadays. They are so, I call it pistol whipped, because if you say, if you ask a Democrat, you ask him a series of questions. You say something like, so do you think the open borders are good for the country? And they'll say, oh, no. We just don't want the kids in the cages. I said, well, okay, which ones? Which kids are you referring to? The ones whose parents, or not really parents, their DNA does not match the people they're traveling with, or the unaccompanied children we heard so much about. Those kids? Do you really care about those kids? Many of them are being trafficked. Do you talk about that?